RIAA certifications, gold, platinum, multi-platinum, and diamond, are the US music industry's official seals of commercial success. But the way those awards are calculated has changed a lot in the streaming era. Below, I'll explain exactly what counts, how many streams translate into each level for both singles and albums, the difference between song sales and album sales, what TC means, and how certifications actually get awarded. Quick summary, the headline numbers. RIAA unit thresholds in the US. Gold equals 500,000 units. Platinum equals 1 million units. Multi-platinum equals multiples of 1 million. Diamond equals 10 million units. How streams convert to units. RIAA rules, singles, 150 on-demand audio or video streams equals 1 unit. Albums, 1,500 on-demand audio or video streams from the album equals 1 album unit. That means the stream thresholds purely by streams are, for a single, streams only. Gold, 500,000 units leads to 75 million streams. Platinum, 1 million units leads to 150 million streams. Diamond, 10 million units leads to 1,500,000,000 streams. For an album, streams only, album equivalents. Gold, 500,000 album units leads to 750 million streams. Platinum, 1 million album units leads to 1,500,000,000 streams. Diamond, 10 million album units leads to 15 billion streams. Those are pure stream equivalents. In practice, the RIAA counts combined sales plus streaming units. See below. What counts as an RIAA unit? RIAA now uses a combination of traditional sales and streaming to form the total units for a song or album certification. For singles, Digital Single Award, 1 permanent digital download sale equals 1 unit. 150 on-demand audio-video streams equals 1 unit. For albums, Album Award, an album unit can be 1 full album sale, digital or physical, equals 1 unit. 10 track downloads from an album equals 1 album unit. This is the track equivalent album, T. 1,500 on-demand video streams from the album equals 1 album unit. This is the streaming equivalent album, C. So an album certification total equals physical plus digital album sales plus T. Track downloads divided by 10 plus CA album streams divided by 1,500. Why 150 and 1,500? Brief history. RIAA first added on-demand streams into single certifications in 2013. Back then they used a 100 streams equals 1 download ratio. On February 1st, 2016, RIAA updated rules to 150 streams equals 1 unit for singles and set the album formula where 1,500 streams equals 1 album unit. This update was made to reflect evolving consumption patterns and broader industry analysis. T and C. What those acronyms mean and why they matter. T, track equivalent album. 10 track downloads from the same album count as 1 album sale. This lets hit singles help push album totals even if fans don't buy full albums. C, streaming equivalent album. Total on-demand streams from the album divided by 1,500 equals album units. C recognizes that streaming is now the dominant way people consume albums. These systems let the RIAA combine different types of consumption into a single unit metric, so modern listening behavior is reflected in awards. Important nuances and rules you should know. RIAA is US only. Each country has its own certifying body. UK leads to BPI, South Africa leads to RIAA, etc. And thresholds differ. On-demand audio and video streams count. The RIAA explicitly includes both audio and video streams from on-demand services. Labels rights holders must apply. Certifications are not automatically granted by the RIAA. Typically, the record label or rights holder requests certification and submits the evidence and audit data per RIAA rules. Recertification happens at each new threshold. For example, an album may be recertified at 2x, 3x, 4x, platinum, etc. once the label applies and provides proof. There are specialty programs, for example, Latin. The RIAA runs separate thresholds for Latin certifications, lower unit counts reflecting market definitions. Example calculations so it's crystal clear. Hit single has 150 million on-demand streams in the US. 150 million divided by 150 equals 1 million units leads to platinum. Album with 900 million streams, albums combined tracks, convertible to album units. 900 million divided by 1,500 equals 600,000 album units, leads to this, would qualify for gold, 500K, and be on its way to platinum 1M when combined with sales T. Common confusions, clarified. 1 stream equals 1 sale is false. A single stream is worth far less than a sale. You need 150 streams to equal a single download for certification math. RIAA Platinum doesn't mean 1 million paid purchases anymore. Now it means 1 million units, where units may be a mix of sales and stream equivalent units. That's why many albums jumped to platinum after the streaming rules changed in 2016. Streaming numbers used must be US streams. RIAA certifications reflect US consumption, so global stream totals don't directly translate. Only the US portion counts. Why this matters for artists, managers, and fans. Certifications are a marketing and legacy tool. They're used in press, promotion, and to cement an artist's commercial achievement. Because the rules are now inclusive of streaming, playlisting, and sustained streaming performance can push singles albums to certification, even without equivalent direct purchases. On the flip side, some critics argue this devalues the traditional idea of sales, but the industry view is that certifications should reflect how people actually listen today.